Welcome to In This Economy, the channel about all things finance. I'm your host, J.D. Castleberry. We're happy to have you all joining us, and if you missed it, our last video covered 5 easy ways to keep your bank account alive during college. We'll have a link to it in the description below and a title card in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, about right here. We are a one-man production crew here at In This Economy, so it would really help me out if you could smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell while you're down there to get notified every time we make a new video. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's jump right into today's topic. 5 more easy ways to keep your bank account alive during college. College, or really life in general, is filled with unexpected expenses. At any time, you can get a bill you'd forgotten about, a parking ticket, or any kind of medical emergency that can rock your world. My girlfriend and I just went skiing, and that was already about $200 for lift tickets and ski gear rentals. On top of that, I lost my keys in the snow. We were about 2 hours from home with no way back, so I had to shell out $500 to get my car unlocked and to get a new key. Yeah, super fun. Of course, they found my keys like 2 days later. What I'm trying to get at is, you never know what's going to happen next. Aside from saving up the money to go skiing, it's also important to have a strong emergency fund. The tips coming next were instrumental in me building my emergency fund. Tip number 1, sitting. Now, I don't mean the act of sitting in a chair will get you paid. Rather, I'm talking about pet sitting, house sitting, or babysitting. It obviously depends on what your responsibilities are, but these can be some of the easiest paying jobs around. Babysitting can be a lot of fun depending on how much you enjoy the children you're watching. You could just be playing different games with them, watching movies, and possibly scoring some free takeout until the kids go to bed. Once they're in bed, you can even use that to get some study time in and get paid for it. Dog sitting and house sitting are even easier. The only real sacrifice on your part is to be confined to a specific location with potentially a few menial tasks here and there. Tip number 2. Get a delivery side hustle. One of the most convenient tools available to students, hands down, is the emergence of delivery apps like DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, and so many more. Places that didn't offer delivery before are now just a few clicks away. Now you can have the cheap fast food that students so often live off of delivered to your designated study spot. While receiving the food is a great and useful tool, students can also take advantage of the jobs created by these apps. It's easy to sign up for any delivery service. You only need a driver's license and some kind of car to get around. In busy cities, I've even heard of people doing delivery on their bikes. They tend to offer the ability to choose the hours you work at, as well as offering bonus pay during their peak hours. On average, every 1,000 miles driven reduces your tax bill by $150. So make sure that you keep track of how much you've driven while on the job. Be sure to ask friends that do this for a referral code and give yours out to others to receive additional bonuses. Tip number 3, on-campus jobs. If you live on or near campus, an on-campus job is ideal for a college student. There are many different on-campus jobs, like the various desk workers and office assistants for every residence hall or office building on campus, and they are specifically reserved for students. There are often roles like tour guides or fitness center employees available as well. If you're taking classes on campus anyway, you can form your schedule so that you can go straight from your classes to your job, and then be done for the day. These on-campus jobs are aware that you're a student and are going to allow you to schedule around your classes and availability. These jobs are low stress and essentially only require attendance. You may even be able to study while at your shift. Tip number 4, donate plasma. This is honestly a hidden gem for making money in college. I guess a lot of people are scared of needles, but I think the promise of money can definitely help people get over their fear. You can donate up to 2 times a week. Donating plasma helps make medicines and treatments for people with autoimmune diseases, as well as can be given to people in need of a transfusion. It's similar to donating blood, but with a few extra steps. Plasma must be removed from blood, so that the way that it's done is to remove a safe portion of the blood, then extract the plasma from that, and then replace the blood back into the donor's body. This is done in many cycles until the right amount of plasma is removed. This process usually takes a little over an hour, and then it can often take an hour to check in and wait before you're called back to begin the process. This can all be the perfect time to get some studying in and get paid for it. The initial visit requires paperwork and a few essential documents to be brought to confirm identity and residency in the donation center's jurisdiction. This process usually takes a little over an hour, and then it can often take an hour to check in and wait before you're called back to begin the process. This can all be the perfect time to get some studying in and get paid for it. The initial visit requires paperwork and a few essential documents to be brought to confirm identity and residency in the donation center's jurisdiction. This will also be a physical performance. There will also be a physical performed. There will also be a physical performed. There will also be a physical performed and a test to make sure that the donor is aware of the risks that can arise from donating plasma. A first-time bonus is often available that can pay pretty well. Personally, I got $800 total after completing my first 7 donations within a month. You can also refer other people and you'll both get a bonus after they've donated a certain amount. There are different pay scales or referral bonuses depending on location. If you're interested, I highly encourage you to look into the donation centers in the area, their pay, and their requirements to donate. Tip number 5, become an RA. I was an RA for 4 years straight in college, so I'm not really sure what the general opinions are about them. I know the experience with the RAs can greatly vary depending on how your particular RA was or chose to be. I can assure you, you don't have to be a narc like they can be portrayed on TV. It's as simple as just pretending not to notice that resident walking in with a 30 rack or hearing the loud noise from a party. That's how I was. If no one was disturbing others or causing harm, I wouldn't notice. The tasks can vary from university to university, but the consistent tasks I've heard were being on call, checking on residents monthly, hosting events bi-weekly with your staff, weekly staff meetings, and making the decorations for all of the doors. A lot of these responsibilities end up taking a total of 8 hours a week of real work, and it pays for your food and housing for the whole semester. I probably saved about $7 grand each semester doing this, and if you're able to get the job, I highly recommend it. I bet you could tell that I really like getting paid to study. I found the instant gratification of being paid was the greatest motivator for me, rather than focusing on the delayed gratification of graduating. What are you supposed to do? Study for free? In this economy? Alright everyone, that's it for today's video. Please let me know your feedback on these tips using the comment section down below. If you found these tips useful, please smash that like button below for me. If you like this content, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. I release a video before with 5 other tips, and if you haven't seen that, then the link is on the screen and in the description. Thank you all for watching In This Economy, and we'll see you next time.